Yes, from a modern perspective, Mars is the planet that rules sex. But I don't like to use Mars for sex because it doesn't make sense. Venus is pleasure. Venus is the planet that's associated with your senses and sensuality. Venus is associated with pleasure and joy and everything that you like and everything that feels good. And Mars is the planet that represents violence, force, destruction. It does represent energy and how you harness your energy. And I think from a sexual standpoint that you could say Mars is the instinct, or that Mars could be the physical act of having sex, or even Mars could be, you know, what makes you horny, I guess. But Venus is literally desire. And I feel like, why are we associating the planet of violence with the planet of sex? And even when you go back to traditional astrology and the planetary joy schemes, Venus has its Venus rejoices in the fifth house. And again, the fifth house is the house of sex and pleasure. And Venus is the planet of sex and pleasure. Like, it kind of just makes sense. So yeah, I don't necessarily associate Mars with sex anymore. I find that Venus works very well. And again, when you think about the connotations for Venus, it makes more sense to use Venus for those things versus using Mars.